into coaching. Now we've got Ignite Teleporter Kali. Again, not 100%. We'll see it in game, but probably going to be Ignite Teleporter Kali. And the double counter pick on the bot side means that Canyon's going to have to be on his game with pathing, because if anyone falls behind on the side of Damwon, there's not a lot of people to bail them out.
The thing about it is that if it's sort of going back to our last series, but the amount of wombo combo potential for this Damwon roster is just silly.
I mean, you get hit by a Glacial Prison, a Scion, and a Varus Ultimate, and there's some wombo there too. There's no big beefy boys on the side of Damwon, so feels like people are going to be dying real quick.
Well, we'll see whether they can pull out that damage and whether that laning phase is what it's going to be all about as we hit the Rift for our first game of our second match of the day.
Ultra zoom-ins. Cheers the crowd. Waiting for some crowd cheers. Little thing to talk about as lines go shots.
Yeah, we've got all of the ultimates flying forward onto Nuclear, but he does have the flash and gets himself out of the way. That's 3 R buttons traded for an time. A little bit more scaling available here for Nuclear, and wants to stay in that lane a little bit more as there's the ult combo once again. This time, there's no way out. That flash was so close to being off cooldown.
Yeah, Morgana had already roamed, and like you say, the timing was finite but on point. But Ruler
is in so much trouble. Canyon, can he get in there? Yes, he can. We got a huge knock-up on a Peanut as well. Good stopwatch to deny the Justice Punch, but still gets taunted. So much damage here as Canyon is just on an absolute tear. All the shields coming in. Fly even has to get himself the hell out of there because the teleport from Noguri comes in to save his life, and the Kha'Zix is well and truly unlocked.
We look away after first blood and disaster strikes Gen G. We're going to have a replay to understand how that map position came to be. But Canyon just so
once again, guys. So this is Nuclear getting popped. Flash from Ruler, so a lot of respect given over here.
So we saw this play, we saw Nuclear die, and we thought that was the end of the ball. This is the 17-year-old solo queue prodigy. When he's good, he can be really good, and he's feeling frisky.
Yeah, he's trying once again. We've got the hero's entrance to come down. Life just gets killed by it alone, as now Showmaker may have overextended a little bit, but Ruler's auto attacks aren't what we're fearing right now. We're waiting for cooldowns. Good flash to get out of the decimating smash, but Peanut nails the ultimate. Now Hoyt needing to run away. Cannon Barrage to deter Gen G, and they just can't get a counter engage.
This is pretty damn common. Here's the Sejuani.
Yep, that is going to be once again the Snake Lady being aggressed onto, but now able to turn it around. They don't have the damage to get rid of Nuclear. And now Canyon dives into the backline, gets rid of the Vel'Koz.
You say having a field day. They're popping off, and now they say, what about a Baron?
Yeah, what about Showmaker jumping into the backline as well? Gen G throw all of their abilities at him, and not going to take any damage, but deterred from continuing a fight. And now they're going to utilize the gigantic amount of damage that they have in Canyon as well as Noguri and Nuclear.
There's a lot of damage still to contest here, and Showmaker's behind the play.
Yeah, Cuvée diving forward very early on in this one. 4 members, but they are quite low. Hero's entrance not going to get denied, so they will reposition together. And now Noguri has to be respected with this black shield that's more difficult to break without the Vel'Koz handy.
Still pretty big for Gen G to force a defensive Hero's entrance and a full retreat without needing anything more on their side. Pushing to the mid lane here, they don't know that Gen G has 3 members lying in wait. Still going to be super squishy. We know how this works. Life was in the shot.
Well, I mean, he also couldn't see Canyon.
Yes, but
not his fault. This Ruler does need to be careful, but instead he's just going to ult him. Yeah, there's the combo. Gen G, they can do that every single time.
Too bold from Canyon that time. That's
why out of turrets. Both of them that are still remaining in trouble as Canyon launching into the backline just destroys Life. Cannon Barrage stops Ruler from being able to even stand there, and they've managed to single out that one target they wanted to get rid of. Fly can't really do anything. Showmaker is an immovable object. They cannot get around, and Gen G routed once again. The Kha'Zix just unseen for way too long.
And it's so assertive, Atlas. They make the clear play. There's no time for Cuvée to even come in and do something. He's not able to influence that fight at all. And the problem is, the moment you respond to Kha'Zix, you have to respond to the Galio. You have to get out there. He gets his first kill, and now they're on the Baron.
Ruler is still alive, though, and he can do a lot of damage waiting around this Baron pit, but look at how quickly it goes down. Nuclear just does so much damage. Peanut just pressured out of the pit, and that does mean the Baron going over to Damwon Gaming. So far, it has been such a beautiful game from this squad. The squad of rookies that haven't been in the LCK yet. They dominated challenges, and now they want to be the next. Yeah, I'm taking notes. Trying to work out what this meta is, and we said that it was going to evolve. Things were going to change. Noguri in trouble, or is he? Who's catching who? As Showmaker gets himself out of the knockup from the Vel'Koz. In comes Fly. The choo-choo train is there. They do manage to get a lot of the combo down, but Canyon just Goomba stomping the members of Gen G. There are more leaps available. Can he get access to the backline? Nuclear goes literally nuclear on top of the backline of Gen G. And the base will be destroyed after most of the champions of the side of Gen G.
Damwon Gaming looking to big up some of the high expectations for this team. They want to close it now, and there's a chance they can.
Yeah, Kaziks took control from very early on in this game and really showed what you can do with backline access that's given you for free. With the amount of stealth that he has, jumps on top of Ruler, half of his health bar gone. But the Nexus is going to be the first one to be taken down. 12-2 was the kill line, and Damwon Gaming in favor of Ruler and the incredible hard carry performances he's had in the past.
I'm just not willing to cash in that check, Atlas. I know where you're coming from there, but I think of Vladimir versus this comp, and he dives in, and how are QV and Ruler going to min-max their damage when they're taking 3-4 item Vladimir AoE? They're probably kiting back. Aurelia's then alone in the backline. If the Vladimir gets to a certain item threshold, you do feel like Vlad could be the game breaker in this game. And compared to the Victor and the Varus, you definitely give the mobility advantage to Xayah, Rakan, Urgot, and their ability to maneuver away from some of those Gen G threats.
Yeah, and also, like, who you're maneuvering away from if there's a wall in the way as well. But here we are on to Summoner's Rift for game number 2. Let's hear what the fans have to say.
Gen G fans
going to land. It is going to hit onto Life, who tries to get out. It isn't able to quite get in there. We do get the knock-up right on the edge as the last auto. Is it there? And no, it's going to be the Ignite. And Hoyt picks up first blood on the bottom side.
Level 2 Talia damaged champions wasn't nerfed, and that means that
picked up by Noguri as well. So not necessarily the most common, as Peanut turns up in the nick of time, and he's going to land a lot of damage. But the seismic shove is going to at least get him out. Zenith Blade is going to knock down a lot of those little rocks on the ground, but that is not going to be enough for Canyon to survive through it. It will be a trade as Life falls down once again. 1 for 1. Already had that Runic Echoes completed. So now, once again, it's Peanut's chance, and here's the Wombo combo. I thought there might have been a Rakan there, but I could have also been wrong, Papa.
That's what you do when you have the Leona against Rakan. Just kill the Rakan whenever he walks up. He was sitting in vision. Noguri on the top side going 50-50 on this trade. No summoner advantage here, so no chance of a solo
top lane dive. QV might be a little bit surprised about this one as Canyon just steps up. There's a gravity field there, and look at that burst damage. Just amazing. And Noguri,
we got it. We get out. Vladimir holds this game in its hands, it feels like. And speaking of Vladimir,
well, he is going to make his way into the mid lane. Are they just going to try and guarantee the outer turret is the question. Gravity field comes in. Now the Wombo comes down, but Hoyt gets out of the way with a really nice battle dance, and all they're going to get is that turret, but they're not going to lose anyone else. Nicely done here from Damwon as Peanut gets seismically shoved back.
On point with how they play this strike. Notice it's not a Infernal this time, it's Peanut.
Yeah, taking way too much damage there as the Arctic Assault was very late, but they just explode the Vladimir. It was all a bait the entire time. They trade 1 for 1 as Fly does end up going down, but that's not the team fight that Damwon wanted. They wanted to find a whitewash there, and instead they find themselves without their Vladimir.
And in desperation, they use multiple summoners there just to get a kill out of it because they're so worried that with Noguri dying instantly, this could happen.
He's in so much trouble. QV still does a heck of a lot of damage as the death rate, not quite enough, but the Chaos Storm got him the heck out of that fight, and Peanut has already started off this Drake. Health bars are what we need to be careful of, but Ruler still has a piercing arrow, and we've got 6 seconds on a teleport Vladimir that Gen G needs to respect.
So important that they blow up Noguri. Ends up being a 1 for 1, but because of the teleport, that's the last point that we have to note. The teleport tell you what you need to look for. So here we go.
Yeah, lands the ult. Peanut trying to demonstrate that for us right away as Chains of Corruption not going to get in there as Canyon does his best to escape, but there was no getting out of that one as QV just plops the Chaos Storm right on top of him.
In that confirmation now that you can go back to the old build and for 2 items be a very beefy Sejuani.
And also go in, use that beef, and then come back out again, and then everything's okay. They do get themselves an Infernal Drake here to Damwon. And there's going to be 2 available for them, augmenting their Ocean Drake they already picked up. Still in some control, still able to push this one forward, but the gold is in favor of Gen G. Can Damwon find the fights that they're looking for? They're looking for it now as in goes the quickness. Grand entrance there, but Ruler does have the flash to get him out. The weave as well, the Vanguard's edge Massive damage coming in from Fly, but Life is getting taken down. The Vladimir is still gigantic, and the Aurelia is going to fall. Crimson Rush not there, but the Chaos Storm is going to fall down. It's a 1-for-1, another grand entrance, but Hoyt has to get himself out of there, so brittle.
That one continues to fight because TP is still up on the Vladimir. Wanted to bait Gen G and continue to play this out. They won't get that particular reward, but that was a lot closer than we might have expected. Showmaker missed his ultimate at the start, so there was no fear beyond death to be potentially arming. Damwon walks up.
Yeah, Kyubey, the flash from Nuclear, actually just trying to burst him down. He's so close to death, but is going to pick up the kills. And now Life, there is nothing he can do. He's a facilitator, not a killer. That Zenith Blade is not going to find Nuclear, and Damwon Gaming steal all the kills and the turret.
And that is some next level calculation.
That was our question for them when we started this. It's continuing to look good as they want to blow up the Vladimir yet again, but he gets the Sanguine pull-up. Hoyt able to stop the Leona from being able to further CC the Vladimir. They managed to pick him up before he can get out of there again. Of course, Leona not so good at doing that, and already Showmaker makes his way to the mid lane.
They just don't have the burst damage to kill him, even though his pull was late. It didn't matter. That means they lose out in every single way. Showmaker gets most of the inner turret. Bot lane inhibitor turret goes down, and Gen G, they're on the ropes.
Yeah. This Nexus, only a couple of turrets there, but Nogari, he's just going to get rid of the champions underneath his ruler. See you later, mate. You are not going to survive that Hemo Plague as two members die in the blink of an eye. Fly looking on in horror from the relative safety of his fountain, but how much safety actually is that? As Life turns up, wonders why everyone is dead. You're going to have to go home. It's a 2-0 for Damwon Gaming in their debut game at the LCK.
What a statement to be made by the new challenger team, now LCK rookies. A 2-0 over the runners-up of the Kesper Cup in Gen G. A fitting answer to the question of, okay, Damwon were 3-0'd by Griffin, Gen G 3-0'd by